Hi, now you can hear me. Um, whew, that was that was an ordeal. So, two things off the top. I'm sorry for the delay. I know I said on Instagram that I'd be like 20 minutes, but my pain has been at a solid like 8 to 9 for a couple hours now. So, a little bit of grace is appreciated. Um, I also went to make my coffee, and that turned into a catastrophe. Um, yeah, just a very not good brain morning and body morning. But I'm gonna try to get some work done because I feel like all last week I didn't get a damn thing done. Um, I hope you like the Splatoon music. It's kind of a sporadic choice. I love Splatoon, but I never use the music for stream because it's just, I don't know, something about it just didn't feel right for stream. But today feels like the perfect day for Splatoon music in stream. Anyway, if you noticed early on in the stream, it kind of did a weird buffer disconnect, deconnect, frames dropping, close to the thousands of frames dropping. That was because I got new internet. I got fiber now, and while that fiber internet is, for all intents and purposes, pretty decent, um, sorry, hold on. For all intents and purposes, it's pretty decent. It's just it's very far away from my room, my bedroom. So I have to use a Wi-Fi extender, and that Wi-Fi extender does not like the fiber internet. uh, and one of the major differences that I've noticed between fiber internet and cable internet um, is that one, the wires are different. That's the first thing that I learned, is that the wires are completely different, which is cool. Uh, as far as like longevity and sustainability goes, that's really cool. I like that fiber has a better sustainability rate for it. I will say, however, the people that came to install said fiber were not the most polite. They didn't wait for us to answer the door uh, or anything like that. They just kind of let themselves in. It was weird. It was a weird circumstance, but also I'm in Florida, so I'm not surprised. Anyway, um, what else has been going on since the last stream? A lot, actually. Just a lot of fun stuff I've been involved in. I decided to do a pen pal thing in one of the servers that I'm part of, and I packed up my girlfriend's holiday and Yule presents, and like former birthday present because I didn't get a chance to send something out for her birthday this year. Um, I have this like huge burst of motivation and just like I've been doing a lot of marker portraits and stuff like that. And um, that's actually the perfect segue into the next thing that I want to say is that we are actually very close. Let me see. Let me see if I can get to my channel without it like messing with the playlist. Okay. We are at 43 subscribers right now. If I reach 50, I can live stream from my cell phone, um, which is pretty much a YouTube device at this point. But I can stream from my cell phone, which has really, really good quick picture quality, and video quality is really good. And I can actually stream me doing marker portraits like I did the first couple streams that I did without having to like jerry rig my jerry rig my webcam. I can actually just stream from my phone directly to YouTube if I wanted to. I'm gonna figure out a way to use my phone as like a webcam because I know it's possible, especially for the kind of phone that I have. I just have to figure out how to do that. Also, if you didn't know, I posted one more TikTok video under the behest of my mother. She wanted to see if I could probably push out a few stickers or a sticker design of some kind onto the TikTok shop, and I did sign up and successfully launch a product on TikTok shop. It's just one product for now. I want to see how it does. I'll leave it up for as long as I can, and then if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell, but if it does sell, great. Then it gives me another avenue to sell my products. Um, that's it. That's all. This is going to be a mostly working stream. Um, Thank you for listening to me ramble for 5 minutes. And now I will go ahead and scoot up and we will get started. Also, I'm sorry if you could hear the fans. It is very hot. I'm in one of those weird temperature regulation phases where my body is incredibly hot, but I am, like, my brain is saying it's cold. So I have a sweater on and I have my fans going to keep me cool. I don't know. My body's weird. Okay. First thing first, we are going to do some studies because I really, really don't want to just jump into... Sorry, hold on. I really don't want to just jump into doing anything without a plan, or at least warming up. So I'm going to go ahead and open Pinterest to my anatomy and life drawing board. And I'm going to use that to, you know, draw some poses and some faces and stuff like that and get my body warmed up for drawing. I think, okay. Here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 3 faces and 3 bodies in poses that I normally don't do, you know? Especially ones from my anatomy and life drawing boards. I already have one face. And I'm just gonna, I will copy and paste them onto the canvas so you guys could see. There's one face, and here is one body. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do 5 faces and 3 bodies, or 2 bodies. Come on. I really gotta go through and organize these again. Okay, so that's 2 bodies. And we need... Oop, I saw you. Jesus. let's get these organized a little bit better. I'm gonna put bodies over here on this side. And then I'm gonna stack. Okay. Let's get another face. Like her face. Mm. I just need one more face. Hmm. You know what? I think a 4-2 will work. Instead of stressing myself trying to find another thing to sketch. So we're gonna go ahead and merge all of these. Actually. Let's find something non-anatomical, non-human. Let's see what's in my environment board. And we'll add that. It's loading a lot of the pictures. Hopefully I can find something. Because a lot of the stuff in my environment folder is locations. Which is like, it's fine. That's what the purpose of the board is. But the main issue that I have is that while it's all locations, sometimes I don't need locations. Sometimes I need environmental items. I got nothing on that. Got nothing. I'm like looking, like consistently looking, but I am coming up with not a damn thing. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. You know what? This will work. Not exactly what I wanted, but it'll work. There we go. Okay. Now we can start. I realized that I straight thought it. I was like, man, I should have a timer for this. This way I'm not overdoing it with details and stuff. It's too late. We're already here. Shit. I forgot I was streaming for a second. I'm sorry. Okay. So I like how this nose looks, but it's not in the right spot. Which means the mouth isn't in the right spot either. Either that or it's just not wide enough. I think that's what it is more than anything. Yeah, because they're not exactly... There we go. I like that. I think that's fine. I'm gonna add, like, minimal shading. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it with the lasso tool. This way I can just use the brush tool. Airbrush. And that creates all the shadows that I might need. Super intense shadow here. And also here. Alright. I am content with that for the most part. Okay. Then he has this, like, really steep situation going on here. Rolls into... only white I see on him are like the highlights of his teeth. Like that genuinely seems to be it. Okay, time to get creative. Alright. This time, I'm going to give myself a time limit of 15 minutes. This way I'm not, like, spending forever doing one thing. Because that's what just happened. We went from, like, 12 minutes to 45 minutes. It's terrifying. Trying to find like a timer that I can use on screen, but I can't. So I'm gonna use the one on my phone. Not my phone, on my watch. Timer. 30 minutes? No. We want 15 minutes. Okay, it's going. 15 minutes to draw this beautiful lady. Her face is very square. Like, obviously, the face comes down. Right? She's got Alright. Oh my goodness. We're about an hour in at this point, and I am just gonna go ahead and start getting into the stickers, because those need to get done. We'll continue with Chica. Alright. Let's get... Let's get a good reference image up, so I can see what colors I need to use. I'm also going to change the background to white so I can actually see what I'm doing. Everything's set right. Okay, sweet. So she is all white, and her bow is a darker pink. Is it purpley? I think it's a little purpley. I'm gonna turn those off just so I can see what I'm doing. I'm also gonna turn this highlight layer off. And then this guy. Nope, midsection. Midsection. Okay. Then this one. And then her bodice is a light purpley pink. Let me use this. Yeah. And I'll fill in with the cheat brush, like areas that I didn't get. I don't feel like fighting with the autofill. Tools. Okay. And then looks like her earrings are dark green, but her gloves are like a neon green. Okay. And I'll use this as my black. And I'm gonna save myself a whole lot of trouble. That's like one thing that I don't like doing, is drawing repeating patterns by hand. Like, I truly don't like doing that. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. Doesn't have to be perfect or anything. It just has to work. Like, it just has to function, that's all. Okay. I did that very, very wrong. So I'm gonna fix it. You know what? I'm just gonna save myself the trouble and just make a new freaking layer, a new file. That's just a square. I don't need it like massive. I think 250 or 2500 by 2500 should be fine. And then you turn on the symmetry tool and take offline symmetry and say 4. You turn this on so you can see everything. Then you hit your head on your microphone for the 50 millionth time. Okay. So this is super cool. There's a feature now. Let's get it really big. Add tilt in there. Let's go mid value all the way down. There we go. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Should work now. Two. Shit. Oh shit, wait. I hope that worked. Let's just say it worked. Alright. We're just gonna say that it worked. And then we're gonna find... There we go. Pop them out. I'll turn the spray effect off because it's not really needed. But we do need to up the stroke size. We want as little overlap as possible. And actually, you know what? Hold on. How did they do this? Material, circle, spray effect. Texture! That's what it is. Okay. I figured it out. Okay. Let's go back and fix this, because what it is not a brush tip. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one. You don't want to fuck with that. Here we go. It's just a regular brush with a texture on it. Um, let's see if that works. Hopefully it does. Technically it does. Hmm. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna make that work. Let's see. Maybe I can fix this a little bit. Okay. This should be the one. Determination is our friend. And coffee. And if this works out, I'm gonna be able to make the same thing for Roxy. So hopefully. Well, Roxy has zebra, Monty has cheetah, and Freddy has none. Fucker. Okay. I can do it. I can do it. Whatever. I can make it happen. I can make it happen. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Texture, cheetah, version 3. Let's get that ratio down to like 20. Let's get rid of that. Ha! Yeah, baby. But 20 is still too big. There we go. And then we use this on top. And obviously we shift it over a little bit. Shift it back. There we go. Blur it. Maybe just blur strong. Yeah. And then just regular blur on this one. There we go. Now we have to do the same thing for the zebra print. Let's see. Let's see if I can do the same thing for the zebra print. How are we gonna do that? Well, we have this. So hopefully, you know what? Luckily, zebra print's not that difficult. Definitely need that bad boy down to a minimum of none. And like a maximum of, what am I working with right now? 500? So let's say a max of like 550. This way. Yeah. And I think if I loosen up the stabilizer, I'll get an even better. Nope. Nope. I need that uncertainty, baby. And that's not happening with these pen pressure settings, so. Hold on. It's gonna lock up on me. Let's try that. Yeah, that does it. I am currently working on the FNAF stickers that I had mentioned on my other social platforms, and I'm trying to make it easier on myself so that I don't have to continuously do repeated patterns over and over by making the patterns into texture brushes. A couple months ago now. I hadn't used it in a while because I really hadn't been streaming, but I had adjusted my personas design from the previous bar design to this one, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna make a VTuber out of it. Why not? It's been a minute since I updated my PNG tuber VTuber thing, so I might as well get that updated. Um, I had also commissioned my girlfriend a while back to draw us matching avatars, and when she did that, I didn't have a color scheme for this design at all. So she came up with the color scheme. Like, I had a rough idea of what the colors looked like, but you know, I made I let her take the reins on it and do the final color design. Brush. Hopefully this works. Let's just save location. Brushes. Show it. Thank you. Okay. So that actually worked really well. So let's see. Come on. Let me... So, there we go. Duplicate. And then we take that and we change the texture. Let me make sure. Okay, I did. Change the texture to zebra. And surely that'll work. Yeah, kinda worked. Kinda worked. Ow. Thank you. I was looking at the models because you know how sometimes people will post the actual model from the game, and I was noticing this is. Ooh, I wanted to talk about this. I have so much beef with freaking. Ooh, let me sip my coffee and like turn my fan so I can calm down a little bit. I have, and I am saying this with my entire heart, as a fan of the franchise, I have so much beef with the continuity issues within Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. It is not my favorite of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, but it is one of the top three. I have so much beef with the freaking continuity of that game. Hold on. Let me start from the top. First off, who the fuck is Gregory? Was he in previous games, or is this like a Homestuck style retcon where you just back out of all of your plot points that you've already set in 6 games prior to? And this is so much beef with how people make games now. They just make games to make games. A lot of people make games with no narrative plot, no adventure, no suspense, no. There's so much issues within game writing that it just chaps my ass raw. And I know that's a horrible visual. I'm sorry, YouTube, but oh, I have read the books. I have read the books. And that is part of my problem. Why do I have to go to an entire separate media source to find out continuity issues when you can easily have that be its thing and then have the games be their thing? Understandable that you want to kind of merge the two worlds. Understandable. I am 100% behind that. But the issue that I have with how Scott did it is that typically when you're looking for a how do I say this? When you're looking for that continuity, right? You're looking for that continuation of story. They at least drop small, subtle things within the like context to be like, okay, this is what happened here. This is what happened here. This is what happened here. Here's how the book stuff ties in. And from what I've consumed of Security Breach, and maybe I haven't dug far enough down into it, but from what I've consumed of Security Breach, it feels more like the only continuity, the only connecting factor is the fact that it's Five Nights at Freddy's. That's what frustrates me. Is like it doesn't have the connecting factor that you're expecting when they're like, okay, this is a new setting. Here's how it connects to the old setting. Other than, oh yeah, the old setting is buried underneath the building. With like, that's just plot. That's just plot beef that I have with it. I have. Help on, it doesn't explain much either. It explains some, but not entirely. Like, who is this group that suddenly owns the Fazbear Pizzeria franchise and is trying to, like, reclaim its name and build it back up? Why has there been so much time between Sister Location and Help Wanted, because Help Wanted takes place in the 20 somethings. In the 20 somethings. I don't remember exactly when. Um, and supposedly, Security Breach takes place in like 2035. What happened in between then that the Fazbear Entertainment Megaplex got like purchased or encompassed by another entity? That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. Cause you know Henry set that shit ablaze. He was like, I'm done. You are done, Afton. You fucked up my name. You killed my kid. I'm killing you. That's exactly how Henry did it. Okay. So the original Fazbear pizzerias and how Afton had the business running got dissolved and then rebranded and revived as Fazbear Inc. My question still stands. Who or what is the entity that repurchased and rebranded Fazbear Inc.? Who is the person that did it? And I don't mean like who in the book lore did it. I want that information to also be injected in the game lore. If you're gonna incorporate your book lore into your game lore, do more. Do more of it. Incorporate more of it. I want to see. I want to know these people. I want to. You know what I really think would have pushed Security Breach like over the top? Is if there were other characters except the 3 characters that you see. Like 3 human characters that you see. Like truly if there was like a staff and they were all like leaving and oh, oh, if, oh, okay. If they added the characters from the books, like the humans from the books, and I don't mean the like side quest stories that's just like, oh, here's this character and this character and this character, like the goth chick that goes into her grandpa's shed and is like trapped in her grandpa's salvaged Freddy. I think it was Freddy. It was either Freddy or Bonnie. If it not like those characters, but the characters that had like integral parts in the story that, you know, affected everything. Like the ball pit. I don't know if you remember that one. I think that was the first one in the big book series that Scott did. Where the kid kept going in the ball pit, but the ball pit was a freaking time travel pit. If they incorporated that into Help Wanted somehow, just to like incorporate the fact that there's a time travel pit. I watched Mark play Ruin, and Ruin does fill in some of those plot holes, but it still left a few. And I think that's where my beef is. Like I think that's where my beef stems from, is that there shouldn't be a mountain of plot holes to theorize through. Like there should be substantial, and I'm not saying that Scott and the writing team doesn't give you like a lot, but I think it should be substantial. I think it should be a substantial chunk of information that they give you that is either a yes or a no. I hope so. And I know they're working on Help Wanted too. And I hope, since they're turning it more into adventure horror than psychological horror, I hope they start adding other characters that you can talk to, like you get in adventure games, like how you can run around and talk to the other camp members in Psychonauts, or you can run around and talk to other dragons in Spyro. I hope they start adding more characters like that, and I hope they start adding. We probably do. Just to get more of those plot holes sorted out, because so many people were just theorizing about so much when Security Breach came out. Not Ruin, not the little in-between stuff, but just Security Breach. People ended up with more questions than they had when the original games came out. And then there are people that really don't want to play and get all the secrets. All of your lore shouldn't be held behind secrets. You should give enough in your game to allow people to get the information that they need without having to like dig for it. Like, who the hell would have known that Afton was still down there? Sorry, spoilers for any watchers that haven't watched a playthrough of or played Security Breach themselves. But who the hell would have thought, genuinely, and I'm being genuine, who the hell would have thought Afton was where he was? Like, legitimately. Who the hell would have thought that? Because, truly, the way that Pizzeria Sim ended, it made it seem like he was gone. Truly, it did. But he wasn't. He wasn't. That, on top of the glitches and errors within the game, knocked Security Breach so down in the leagues for me. Like, it's not a bad game plot-wise, right? Like, we have this kind of awesome plot about this kid that may or may not be homeless that Vanessa wants, and we don't know why, and just all that stuff. And it's like, okay, I get it, I understand it, but why? And like, I remember in Help Wanted, one of my like biggest questions when I watched Help Wanted was, who the fuck is this purple rabbit thing? And then you start getting the little bits of lore, like the dev team lore. I felt this way about FNAF 1 as well. I feel like the narrative storytelling was just a little bit off. Not bad, just definitely something that could, use a little tweaking here and there. But I mean, I feel that way with any medium. I felt that way about the D&D movie as well. I was worried that the D&D movie was gonna be like D&D for the dude bros. And while it kinda was, it still rang true to how a real Dungeons and Dragons table would run. You know? Yes! Yes, it is! I feel that way with, oh gosh, okay. I don't know how popular it is in the I feel so silly saying this. I don't know how popular it is in the general sense. I know there are kids that love it. I love Garten of Banban. And I love Garten of Banban for the plot. For the plot. Garten of Banban has absolute garbage for character design, for the game design, for the puzzle design, for the UI. I hate all of that. I think it's so. Ooh, if you had just pitched yourself out to the world, there's hundreds of artists that would love to be like like a team that would work on that. I thought the plot was dope. I thought the plot was dope. Not because it was well written. I thought the plot was good because the concept was good. So, if you don't know, this is for those of you that don't know. Garten of Banban is a like chapter by chapter video game that people on YouTube have been playing. A lot of people don't like it. I like it because I thought that the plot was interesting. It was very much sci-fi horror. And I understand. I get it. I know it's not good. I know it's not good. On so many levels, so many technical levels, it is not a good game. Like, by a lot of means, it's not a good game. But I do like the plot. I like that there's this weird kindergarten where they're sucking the genome out of children because that's how they're learning to make life, and these scientists are kind of doing some evil shit by playing God. I thought that was really cool. I really think that there's so many things that can be fixed about it. Like, I genuinely have been like plotting a YouTube video on how we can fix Garten of Banban. But I know it's gonna flop. I know it's not gonna do well. And I know nobody's gonna watch it because Garten of Banban's not good. It's not good, and it doesn't have that same weight that like FNAF or Sally Face or any of those other chapter by chapter games have. I listen to me. Listen to me. You could get it on the ground floor or something great. Okay? If they could get an art team and a writing team behind them, ooh. Horror game of the year. Horror game of the year right there. But they would need so much fucking help. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying it because it's a good plot. It's a really cool plot that just suffers from poor writing. And sometimes that poor writing isn't even their fault. It's just language barrier. But like I said, if they could get a good team behind them. Oh, absolutely. I would appreciate that. I really do think that it could be like it could be a good game. Is it a good game now? No. No, not at all. It's trying to be horror while it's also trying to be sci-fi, while it's trying to be a little bit of Steven Universe, and it's not working. Like, when I first watched it, I was like, Garten of Banban, what? What? And I was confused because I was like, it's not a... Okay. And I watched Jack play it and I was like, yeah, no, I'm with you, Jack. This is a rough game. Like, it's trying to be too many things. And boom, wasn't I right? It was trying to be too many goddamn things. I'm telling you. So, while it was trying to be too many things, right? You end up in a weird spot because you're like, okay, if I say this is bad, everybody's gonna be upset. But if I say it's good, everybody's gonna be upset. When I tell you, I had to watch it like 5 or 6 times before I was like, wait, now hold on. The plot is it's a little juicy here. But these designs suck. Like, the designs were horrible. Like, even for the drone, I was sorely disappointed. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I brought up Steven Universe because of the kindergarten aspect. So I originally thought it was just like a kindergarten. Like, I genuinely thought, I was like, a kindergarten? Really? Okay, whatever. I had to watch it 5 times to understand that it meant kindergarten in the Steven Universe sense. Like the kindergarten. Like the kindergarten. Because they're bringing, like, they have children in the premises of this facility, along with adults that are rearing these children. They have an apartment complex, some kind of apartment complex situation. They have that in that facility, and these kids are being taken by the scientists to have their genomes taken from them to create these creatures. Ban Ban, Bambolina, Nab Nab, Nabnalina. The names are not creative at all either. But that's what's happening. So it's a kindergarten in the same sense of the kindergarten that the diamonds were placing on planets, where they can literally just farm and harvest. That's what the kindergarten aspect of it is. But there's a lot. It needs love. It needs TLC. That's all I'll say. That is all I'll say, is it needs some TLC. In the worst way. Yeah, okay. So it's definitely Poppy Playtime. It okay, it reminds me of this, like, amalgam of Poppy Playtime for the, like, taking of the children. What else? So Poppy Playtime. I don't know. I don't know. I don't find it scary. I'd be more annoyed than anything. And why is it always kids? Why is it always kids? It's always kids. And it's like, okay, we get it. We need not children being kidnapped, please, and thank you. I want horror with adults. I want horror where the adult is the one getting kidnapped. Of course I do. You're the only person that calls me Chief. So, I think that's grounds to say that's pretty obvious. Yeah, really. You are the only person that calls me Chief. It took me a minute, but as soon as you said Chief, I was like, ah, it's over. It's a wrap. I know exactly who you are. Yeah. So after Pizzeria Sim, it felt like they were trying to take FNAF in a direction to be even more kid friendly. And I'm like, this is the most kid friendly horror that you can get. I don't know how you can get more kid friendly. I don't think you can. So to see them, yeah, yeah. I'm always down for body horror because I think it's pretty interesting. Uh, but to see the fans really pretty much go ballistic over it in like a we love this kind of way, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Will not lie about that. It was kind of weird. I feel like the advertising did a lot of carrying. Yeah, and the chase. Gotta catch Peepaw. He's out there making trouble. We gotta get him back in the house. That I understood, for sure. I feel like if the plot was different, like it wasn't kids and Afton wasn't always alive and stuff like that, I feel like even if the plot changed and it was different, same reaction. I think you'd get the same reaction. Probably not to the same degree, but it'd probably be the same reaction. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I definitely agree. Mm. Yeah, that's what was missing. How would I change the story? Um, I think instead of the kids, I'd make it the parents. Like the parents go missing. Um, I think I would also hmm. I would also make it so that Afton was not constantly alive. I feel like that was an oversight for like the horror genre. I feel like if they had went for like Afton's alive but very clearly dying. Like this man is alive and thriving, which is a problem for me. I don't like that. I think he should be alive but dying, like on his deathbed. Like he one hard sneeze and he's gone. If that was the case, I think I'd like it a little bit more. Also, like keeping continuity. I know it's ironic for me to say anything about continuity considering what my comic is looking like right now. Um but keeping the continuity. Having a generation of Afton like try to undo what their father did, I think that'd be great. Like I think that would do so much for the plot. What are some of your ideas though? I hadn't ever really sat and thought of like thoroughly about it. Just small ideas. Like me being sick of Afton being alive. Yeah, like something some give him some reason to want the remnants other than I don't want to die. Like I feel like the remnants were a lost opportunity Because you could easily make it so that he has a reason to want the remnants. Other than, I want to be around for a while longer. Like, give that man an excuse. Come on. Yes! He's sucking him down like Lord Bellows. If that was the case, we would have a much better story on our hands. Exactly. Like, the remnants, he finds out that the parent remnants are not that strong. Like, they're not that strong. So he starts going after kids. And that's how the kids get involved in it. And listen. They could hire us. We could rewrite the entirety of FNAF. Like, imagine if he discovered Remnant before getting Big Rock and gets to get more, but the heat turns on the pizza area to keep on. Exactly! Like, he could have had this slew of, like, adults, and the adults have remnants in them, but the remnants are really weak. Like, the remnants are kind of used up, right? Right. So, like, he could easily be like, okay, I need to find a fresh source of remnants. I need to find a source of remnants that is not used. Untapped potential. Boom! So when he gets spring locked, he's desperate to get more remnants before he permanently dies and is commanding the souls of the dead kids so he can kill the guard to get the remnants so he can live just a little bit longer. And that gives him a reason in FNAF 1. What? Let me go get another cup of coffee. Ooh, big juicy brain. So freaking smart. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, what else? What else did you add? You just kill the guard. Yeah! Yeah. Oh, man. So much potential. And it's not like it lost its potential or anything. It still has the same potential. It's just so much potential to, like, expand and expound upon so much. The guard dies if as my praise. Yeah. I don't want to change sister location either, because I think sister location is really strong lore-wise. But I feel like sister location can lead you into a very, like, stable plot line with the mimic. Like, I feel like that's exactly what sister location's purpose is to lead you into, like, the strongest plot line with the mimic. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely think, yeah. Sorry, I clicked away from the thing. Yeah! Yeah! So not only did it suit Security Breach's length better, but I feel like overall Gregory and Freddy's relationship was kind of ham-fisted. Like, they needed a protagonist. So they picked Gregory. Casey felt more thought out. Her relationship to the Fazbear Incorporated world was more thought out in that short length DLC. Not that it was that short, but in the DLC it was more thought out, it was more thorough. Um her relationship with Roxy was better. She was still an annoying kid. That's just how annoying kids are. But she was more tolerable than Gregory by a lot. Like, I enjoyed her so much more than I enjoyed Gregory. Gregory was just very, for the time that we saw him, very whiny and very inconsistent. I want to leave, but I don't want to leave. I want to go, but I need to stay. I understand that inconsistency, but he was also inconsistent in just how he behaved towards certain, like he would. Gregory. Gregory's hard for me to describe. I don't know how to describe it. I just, everything about Gregory sucks. Yeah, and manipulative as hell. Definitely. Definitely manipulative. Now that pink seems so dark. Let's see. Ooh. That explains that. Um. Mm. I don't even think it's low key at this point. I think it's high key. Everybody hates Gregory. He's unlikable. He sucks. Like, I don't think there's a way to say that Gregory sucks without directly saying Gregory fucking sucks. Gregory is awful. Like, Gregory is legitimately he's a horrid addition to the FNAF universe. Like, he is the actual fucking worst. And probably like, oh, how could you say that about a kid? I don't care. Gregory fucking sucks. Gregory is the worst. I am an anti-Gregory channel. Specifically hate Gregory. No rush. I'll be here bitching about Gregory. Oh, please. Say again? It's possible. Oops, sorry, I hit the wrong button. Okay. Um, Unfortunately, I forgot to hit the button to say that I was back from break, and you guys missed a good chunk of me doing Chica's outline. But there's Chica, she's done, yay! I'll throw a little pattern in the background so you can see how it looks. Unfortunately, it is my fault. I do take full responsibility for that. Oh my gosh. Decoration. Huh. I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, I clicked the wrong spot. Come on. Gotta give this a second because it has to download. Still the downloading. There we go. And I will do this. Another D&D How? Why? How why? How why? Why another character? Okay. Okay. What do you... Okay. True. Very true. Huh. No, I am not. I feel like I have heard of it, but I don't remember the name at all. Okay, Chica Sticker's done. I want to finish this last... Uncanny Valley thank you card for this quarter of the year. I think this is gonna be first quarter. And then eventually, as people start to join me on coffee, I will add more. Of course I know Strahd. Trust me, I've been subject to all his Strahdness for a while. It's an Uncanny Valley character. This is the Golden Dancer. I want her like that pale. Okay. 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 What class? Ah, the meat. It's usually where the trouble comes in. Fathomless Warlock. Okay, okay. Pack of the Talisman. Okay. I don't think I've ever played uh with anything. Pack of the Talisman. I don't think I have ever gone that route. I think I've always just been like I'm a funny little wizard guy. Like I never put in the time of making packs and stuff. Just went pew pew with my magic. Yup, see, that's why. That's why I haven't touched it. I love playing support roles and characters. But that's probably why I haven't touched it. Reduce movement speed. Honestly? Honestly? That sounds like a boss character that might be just a little bit OP. Just a teeny bit overpowered. Just a little bit. Or more so, it has the potential to be overpowered. You know? Like, okay, there's a wizard class that you can play. And the entire purpose of that class is to make sure that the other classes can't do shit. And I mean that in a literal sense. Like the whole purpose is to make sure that the other classes in your area, including other wizards, cannot do anything. I don't remember. It might be homebrew. Honestly. But its whole purpose was to be overpowered. No, I don't think so. I think it started with no, it might be. It might be. But regardless, a smart player will build their character in a way that might just tip the overpower scale. Especially if you can control you can reduce movement speed and control certain AoEs based. Absolutely based. Also, my medication might be kicking in, so my brain might just scatter. My brain might just go. So if I'm not making sense, don't think too heavily into it. Huh. I hadn't thought about that. Genuinely, I hadn't. I was just like, ah ha ha, you could be overpowered. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Ooh. Oh. Okay, okay. Okay. Still has the potential to be game-breaking fun. None damage. You gotta be soft and squishy in the background. It's what we magic users do. That's why I decided that for your campaign I was gonna be a monk. Because monk. It's different. Monk is different. I've never played a monk before. Ghost busting. Oh. Sneaky. Ooh. I like it. What parts were you having a hard time with? Okay. You DM me about this on Discord, okay? Cuz I have to go cuz I have to go out. Um but yeah, I will talk to you guys again in another stream. If you enjoyed what you saw, please go ahead and subscribe. Subscribing helps me in the long run, and I will talk to you guys next stream, next video. Hopefully there's going to be a new video out Friday. I don't know yet, but I will I will let you guys know. All right? Thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you on Friday. Bye!